Trevon Diggs' injury update has sent shockwaves through the Dallas Cowboys organization, raising serious concerns about his future, not just for this season, but far beyond. For fans hoping to see one of the NFL's brightest defensive stars return in full force, the outlook is now grim, and the implications could change everything for both Diggs and the Cowboys. The heartbreaking news? Trevon Diggs has been ruled out for the remainder of the 2024 season, but that's not the worst part. According to Cowboys executive Stephen Jones, Diggs is facing a cartilage issue so severe that recovery could stretch up to 8 months. That puts his return at the brink of the 2025 preseason, August at the earliest. And let's be clear, recovery from this type of injury is unpredictable, especially for a player who suffered a devastating ACL tear in 2023. This marks the second consecutive year that Diggs' season has been cut short, and now the questions looming over his future are louder than ever. But here's where it gets even more complicated. The Cowboys' injury timetables have been far from reliable this season. Remember Darren Bland, DeMarcus Lawrence? Both faced delays and setbacks that the team hadn't anticipated. So what does that mean for Trevon Diggs? Will he truly be back to full strength by August, or are we looking at a lengthier, more uncertain timeline? This injury casts a long shadow over his performance, his contract, and the Cowboys' already tight salary cap situation. Now here's the twist. Diggs' injury completely shuts down the Cowboys' ability to consider parting ways with him, an option that, prior to this news, was more realistic than fans might have thought. Financially, the Cowboys have been feeling the squeeze of a really tight salary cap, as they themselves described it. Under normal circumstances, Diggs could have been released with a post-June 1st designation, creating a much-needed $10 million in cap space for 2025. But that door is now firmly closed. Why? Because Diggs' $9 million base salary for 2025 was already guaranteed for injury. And with this new setback, there's no chance he'll pass a physical by March 22nd, the deadline for his salary to become fully guaranteed. Releasing him now would do virtually nothing to alleviate the Cowboys' cap concerns. Instead, they'd be forced to swallow millions in dead money, essentially handcuffing the team. This is the type of situation that has led other NFL franchises to make controversial, even desperate decisions. Just look at the New York Giants, who benched quarterback Daniel Jones, or the Denver Broncos, who sidelined Russell Wilson to avoid injury guarantees from kicking in. Yet, for the Cowboys, that's not an option here. Benching Diggs was never on the table. Instead, they're now stuck with a costly commitment to a player whose ability to rebound from back-to-back catastrophic injuries is far from certain. Remember, Diggs signed a monumental $97 million contract just last year, cementing him as a cornerstone of the Cowboys' defense. But with consecutive season-ending injuries, questions about his longevity and durability are impossible to ignore. How much of that explosive, ball-hawking talent that made him a household name will remain when he finally returns? Will the Cowboys still be able to rely on him to anchor their secondary, or is his best football already behind him? For now, one thing is clear. This injury doesn't just sideline Diggs, it puts the entire Cowboys' defense in jeopardy and forces the front office into a difficult corner. There's no easy way out, and the ripple effects of this injury could haunt Dallas well into 2025 and beyond. So, what's next for Trevon Diggs and the Dallas Cowboys? How will the team adjust to the absence of one of their key playmakers? And what does this mean for their plans moving forward? The answers aren't clear yet, but one thing's for sure. This story is far from over, and the consequences could shape the team's future in ways fans never expected. Stay tuned, because the fallout from Diggs' injury may be just beginning.